All right, so now we're gonna play a demo of a game that I think will eventually come out called Narrenschiff. It is apparently a 2-hour long demo. Oh, it is tiny. 1 second. Is it gonna show up? Is it not? 1 second. Is game capture not working? Um, Here we go. All right. Since this is a smaller window, actually, let me. Gotta do some finagling here, sorry. And then I will chat above my head. We'll do that for right now. Okay? Sound good? New game. All disease is only love transformed. All disease only love transformed. I don't know about that. Also, this is a Chinese game. I think it's Chinese. I think. This game contains depictions of mental illness, heavy themes, and mild gore. This game uses the arrow keys to control movement, Z to confirm, and X to cancel or to open the menu. Okay, thank you for telling me because I had no idea. For the best experience, please refrain from using other keys or the mouse while playing the game. Music and sound effects are an important part of game, so please make sure the sound is on. Whoa, look at this. Autopsy in progress. Is there, or where do you want to examine? Let me get the mouse out of here since that's not going to be important. The brain, I guess. I have given everything to you. Left only with hair, teeth, a withered brain shrunk to the size of a walnut, thin as a sheet of paper, folded carefully like a letter, never to be read again. Wow. Accompanied by a heartbreak slow as a grandfather clock, you search in vain for the minuscule words hidden within pulsing capillaries. A birth certificate as ancient as yourself, worn out by the passing of seasons. Flocks replaced by flocks, dust displaced by dust. The industrial wastewater we drank, and the thundering rumble of steel, they metamorphose across the vast expanse of time. This year, I begin yellowing before even the trees. The tide ebbs, bearing the riverbed. The gates through which you come have closed without a sound. A long, long time after you decided to return here, You suddenly realized, only then, that they have led nowhere. I love you. I love you. I love you. Whoa. This is definitely different. How long were you asleep for this time? You can't quite remember. Your head feels heavy and dull, as if the night has fallen in your mind, too. It feels like the insides of this gargantuan building have never seen a sunrise. Or is it merely that you fall asleep at daybreak and wake up at nightfall, as if beholden instead to some artificial polar night? For how long have you been shut within this room? 6 weeks? 8 months? 10 years? You have no recollection of anything from before today, as if there were some grand bottomless pit hewn into your memory. Who are you? My name is Wade. Wade Othman, second-generation immigrant from the Middle East, 171 centimeters tall. Oh, 171 millimeters tall. Centimeters, jeez. Health sound, limbs intact. Before I came here, I was an ordinary data entry clerk. I worked at the Environment Bureau, a governmental agency. An apartment room flashes into my mind, blurry yet bright. Green sofa, red velvet, shaded lamp, worn wallpaper. I can't read anymore, apparently. The place looked like it was straight out of the 50s. Maybe something happened when I was little, something that preserved that apartment and left it unchanged for 20 years. Back to normal. As I think this, I can almost feel the dim, sodden atmosphere of my town. The bus, rusted and unsteady, the scent of ink on paper alongside the clicking of typewriters, opening a can of mushrooms for dinner when I get home from work. Such is my drab, precious life. You don't have the strength to think about anything else. Maybe it'd do you some good to get up and walk around before you start rotting on this bed. See what's in this room. Hey. On the desk lies a brand new diary. There is a tiny keyhole on its side. Okay. You can save. Okay. Nice. The sink is full of cracks and stains and drains very slowly. It must be all the hair clogging up the pipes over the years, no one taking care to clean them out. This asylum was built before the war, and so still uses an old-fashioned type of squatting toilet that you now only find in buildings constructed during the last century. You don't want to investigate this too closely. Flush it? Yes. A tiny key falls from the water tank. Take the key? Yes. Took the key. Hot water is scarce in the building. It always takes a great amount of courage to shower when it's cold. Yeah, it does. I don't like cold showers myself. To use an item, stand in front of the object you want to interact with, press X to open the menu, and choose an item from the item category. Okay. So, let's see. So, I want to item small key. Using the small key that fell out of the water tank, you open the diary. The diary is blank, but a page has been torn off. Flipping through it, you find nothing but a crinkled receipt pressed between the pages. It is from an Italian restaurant with a rather familiar name. Pasta bolognese, orange juice, and the total is 15 ZB. December 22nd of 1986. You seem to recall the last thing that happened before you came into this building. You had one last lunch at a restaurant close to your workplace. Someone requested a happy birthday song for a little girl at the neighboring table. Then you suddenly remembered that it was your 33rd birthday as well. 33 years old. Perhaps you should go to the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror. See how many more traces has time left on your body since that distant memory. Yeah, why not? Look into the mirror. It's me. Tired, neurotic face appears in the mirror. Although many small wrinkles have started to creep over it, it does not appear to be the face of a man in his early 30s. You can't help but touch your own angular face, feel its sharp angles, as if it were the most alien thing to you in the world. While scrutinizing your own reflection, you realize there seems to be something written in the mirror. Breathe onto the glass? Yep. 4 numbers appear on the glass. 0908. You're not sure why, but this particular string of numbers feels familiar to you. 0908. Okay. Is it for this locker? Yes. A few hospital gowns are neatly hung inside the locker, all of them slightly too big for you. There are faint stains on all of them, provoking unsanitary thoughts. Wait, you wonder, if this is supposed to be an asylum, then why are you still wearing your suit? A small safe with a 4-digit combination lock sits in the very bottom. Enter the passcode. It is 0908. The safe opens. Inside is a page torn from a diary, covered in handwriting, crooked but unmistakably your own. The door is already open. All of those who can leave have left. What does that mean? Could it be that you can finally go home? Maybe. I'm out of the room. Does this really happen? Oh, it's like cut off a little bit. Is this really happening, or am I just dreaming about freedom again, falling deeper into delusion? An onset of psychosis. You don't want to look back, too afraid of seeing your other self, close to death, lying on the bed. Oh, this looks good. God, what kind of terrible thing happened here? Was someone attacked? Where is everybody? Your head reels as you take in the large pool of dried blood. Yo, what about this hammer? There's a bloody hammer on the ground. You think it's to blame for the scene before you. Pick up the hammer? Yeah, I'll take it, wouldn't I? You've acquired a bloody hammer. Alright, so... On the cupboard is a battered diary, stained with grease. Read it? Yep. I haven't done anything wrong. Why do this to me? Repeatedly. The sentence is scrawled over every inch on every page, filling the whole diary cover to cover. Yes, so open the locker. There is nothing here. Can I do anything with this box? The safe is hidden under the bed. Maybe I can figure out the passcode if I learn more about the person who lived here. Nope, we will not enter a passcode yet. You left a dookie in the toilet. Nasty. The toilet is full of feces. Gross. Flush it? Yes. Okay. Wait, what about the shower? Can I not go back in? Okay, you have to just like move out a little bit. Okay, nothing to do with the shower. Can I go in here? It does not open. You feel as though the person who lived there was very important to you. You remember that it was a young man, but his name and face escape you just now. So whoever lived in 302 was important to me. This room is clean and orderly. It doesn't seem like anyone's used it before. The locker is locked and the lock is rusted due to disease or disuse. If there's something that could be used to lubricate it, perhaps the lock can be picked with something small. Flush it? Yes. Flush every toilet. The edge of the sink is coated with rust and the tap does not fasten properly. Black grease drips slowly into the sink, reeking of sewage. Ew. Perhaps this is why the room was left uninhabited. Ugh. Ain't no way, yay. Nastiness. The room is empty. Everyone's really all gone. What in the world happened while I was asleep? I was knocked out, I guess. Oh, On the ground lies a diary with many pages torn off. Pick it up and read it? Yes. Part 1, date unknown. This isn't the first time I've been admitted to an asylum by the university for my bipolar disorder. This time seems a little different from all the ones before. Everyone's kept locked in their own rooms, supposedly out of concern for everyone's safety. None of us are allowed to go outside or even interact with each other. At least the asylum tries to keep us pacified. They try to meet every one of our demands that aren't harmful to us or them, or unreasonably difficult to do. The room is quite spacious, really, and the edges of the furniture are all modified to keep us from hurting ourselves. I'm only allowed to use a soft-tip pen to write in this diary, and while the food isn't exactly delicious, it's at least very healthy. The caretakers attend to everything from our food to our laundry and medication. This all feels unreal, like I'm living in some sort of large, soft bubble. Part 2, date unknown. I've only been here 3 weeks, but I've already finished every one of Dostoevsky's books that I could get my hands on. I've gotten used to living here. I take my medications on time and do as I'm told. It's rather nice for someone like me. I've also grown contented with staying in my room, spending entire days reading and writing at the desk. But it seems that the time for the bubble to burst is upon us. No one lives in the room next to me, so the screaming must have come from room 303. They just started happening last week and have carried on since. It's a famous Russian writer. I assumed as much, but I just didn't know how to pronounce the name, that's all. The screaming would last for half an hour usually, then a caretaker would barge in, followed by the sounds of a sudden deathly silence. Part 3, date unknown. Tonight the patient in room 303 spent the whole night shouting. He screamed, "My name is Paul Young, born in Miet in 1957. What have I ever done to deserve this? Please help. I don't want to disappear because of nothing." He repeated it over and over the entire night. No one came for him. It was bone-chilling. Part 4, date unknown. Something serious must have happened last night because the whole hallway was in an uproar. Paul in room 303 did not make a single sound. Now that my initial optimism's worn off, I realize that every single detail about this place is unsettling. Blank page. If they're going to be coming for me, I'm not giving up without a fight. Diary ends here. Ooh, ominous. Works of Dostoevsky neatly line the desk. The Idiot, Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, The Demons. This last book lies open, as if someone is in the middle of reading it. Interessant. There's an empty milk bottle in the locker, giving off a faintly sour odor. Yep, I'll take that bottle. You've acquired an empty milk bottle, and I will use it to get that nasty, gross sewage from the sink, I guess. Okay, so I need to item. Yes. You collect a bit of black grease using the empty milk bottle? Yes. You've collected some foul-smelling grease. And I will use it to... Is this the locker? The locker is locked. Used to lubricate it. Hold on. That. Use the grease you collected to lubricate the keyhole? Yes. Alright. Now that the keyhole... Oh my goodness, excuse me. Just burping up a storm. Now that the keyhole is lubricated, it can be picked open with something small. Now I have to find something small. So he said the combination for his safe might be his birthday or birth year. Hold on. What? Oh, I didn't look at the locker. There seems to be nothing here. Okay. Wait. Yes. So let me look at the second part again for the year that he was born. Well, actually, it's the third part. 1957. Okay. So 1957 would be the combination to that safe. Yes. 1957. Yeah, baby! Oh, the safe is empty. No, wait, it looks like there's a paperclip in the corner. Yes, take the paperclip, because then we can pick the locker. Okay, there's nothing in there. Alright, oh, we getting it. Okay, okay. It was this one, right? No, because this one is the nasty room. And this one. Wait. No, it is the nasty room. I'm dumb. Okay. No, I was right the first time. Item. Clip. Oh. Okay, the controls are a little... Hold on. Use the paper clip to pick the lock. Yes. You've opened the locker. There is a crowbar in the locker. Wait, why is something so dangerous hidden away in a patient's room? Yes, I will take the crowbar. You have acquired the crowbar. Okay, so... Can I use it to open this door? Crowbar. Use the crowbar on the wooden planks. Yes. Yup, okay, okay, big brain happening. Alright. Use the crowbar to remove the wooden planks. What in the genuine world is that? A faint, indescribable stench of gore and decay wafts out from the bathroom. You can hardly tear your gaze away from the towering statue. What the heck is this? The statue is gray-white in color, hard to the touch, with a texture like the inside of a clamshell. I have no idea how something like this could have ended up in the asylum. When you look more closely, you see that there's something stuck to the side of the statue. I should get closer to it. The statue's gray-white in color, clamshell. How can I dislodge it? Would it happen to be with the hammer? A shiny object is stuck in the middle of the statue. Use the hammer to carefully knock it off. Yes. The surface of the statue cracks slightly, revealing a small opening. Stench wafts out as if something inside is quietly rotting away. Ooh! Oh, no thank you, no thank you. Ooh, that's gross. You've acquired the key to the third floor west wing. Oh. Ain't no way. What the hell? Alright, oh. I can unlock it with the key that I just... Yep, I remember. Yes, use the key. You've opened the door to the third floor west wing. I like the floor tile, as I say, as I just see a man bleeding out. Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, wait, sorry. Dr. Alba, why are you here? Is there a wound in your belly? Are you stabbed? Were you stabbed? You're the man from room 301. Why are you still here? You should have left when you had the chance, if you wanted to live. What do you mean? Listen, I need you to calm down. Listen to me. Fuck, it hurts. Let me call an ambulance. Wait, listen to me. Something happened downstairs. A lot of people were infected. That thing is running up here as we speak. What thing? Listen, you can't use the telephone downstairs anymore. Go to the storage room on the roof. There's a wireless phone there. The key is in the third floor office. Oh my god, I feel like I have to write this down. Oh, let me get my phone. Hold on. I gotta take notes. 1 second. I gotta... Notes, so then, like... So... Upstairs... Wait. Roof... Storage room... with wireless phone. Key to it is in the third floor office. First room on upper left of the lobby. All right. Tell them the plan has failed. Send people over as soon as possible to deal with it. Hey, so, like, what plan has failed? The man's gaze is empty. He does not answer. Shit! He briefly falls silent from the pain, but all of a sudden starts to whisper rapidly to himself. I shouldn't have trusted him. He's a lunatic, a narcissist, an arrogant egomaniac, a genius, and a total utter fool. He has to meet his end here, like all of us, like me. We all need to go down with this ship, sink quietly in the storm. His eyes were shut tight behind the glasses, and he does not say anything else. He seems to have passed out from the pain. Maybe he is already dead. Well, dang. Alright, I'm gonna keep that note. Remember that? Yeah, that's right. Gotta use my arrow keys. I forgot. Literally forgot, like, already. So... door seems to be broken here. Okay, never mind. We'll go this one. 308. Oh. Mommy. Why are you home so early? Mommy, are you okay? Wade, you're back already? How come I didn't hear you opening the door? Weakly, she wipes the sweat from her forehead, but she does not look at you. Did anything happen at school today, my dear? Tell her about your lunch, tell her what you learned today, tell her about your classmates. I'll tell about what I learned today. Nothing special, Mommy. Today we learned about addition and subtraction with numbers under 20. I think I'm dumb. I can never figure it out. I get scared when the teacher asks me a question, so I always make up an answer. Then everybody laughs at me. Mommy? Are you listening to me? Sorry, I'm listening. So school's been alright? I'm too tired, I'm sorry. I just asked for a few hours leave from the factory so that I can get home and make some dinner for you. It's because Laura got ill. Do you remember her? The Polish lady with red hair? I have to work overtime tonight to fill in for her. So I won't get to see Mommy tonight? Mommy doesn't want to go either. Mommy's so tired, so in need of rest. Mommy. Sorry, let's not talk about this anymore. I have to finish making dinner. There's still yogurt in the fridge. Go have some. I will always love you, Wade. I'm so tiny. I'm a tiny boy. Yes. There are a few bottles of yogurt in the corner of the fridge. Drink one? Yes. You drink the yogurt. The chilly sweetness temporarily eases your sadness towards the fact that Mommy won't be home tonight. Damn. But. Mommy is busy. Leave me be. Okay. You can't see what's on the kitchen countertop, no matter how hard you try to stand on your tiptoes. Oh, sad. What was that? Some kind of vivid flashback? A dream? Or have I gone completely mad? The only way to know for sure is to re-enter that strange room. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, okay. That was not what I was expecting. Alright. Mom? Oh. You closed the door by accident. A key is needed to reopen it. Wade! Ooh, there's like a thermos. I thought I heard strange whispers, but the room is empty. Could there still be people around? A few yellow plastic folders lie on the desk, possibly patients' medical records. There are also some application forms for medicine and medical equipment. There's a computer. A computer. Browse it. Email. Wash the basin in room 304. It's been almost 3 months since the wash basin in room 304 started leaking grease. The repairman who came last time didn't patch up the pipes properly. You better call up another repair company right now. I must see it fixed within 1 week. Henry Willer. So, guy named Henry Willer. Diazepam shortage. Recently, the hospital has been short on some common drugs. We are running especially low on diazepam right now. With the stock almost depleted, relevant departments are advised to make purchases from a neighboring city ASAP. Should the purchase fail, another sedative will be used in place for the time being. Satoru Aoba. Encrypted room 302. No authorization. Okay, medication records. No authorization. And to the Garden of Forking Paths. What's this? Looks like someone wrote a novel on this computer. The cradle stood still in the silence of the room. All was set in a gel-like substance except for the slowly growing, darkening shapes cast on the floor by the slanted rays of the setting sun, as if peering at a praying ant encased in a drop of amber, holding the same form and stance, going back billions of years. The infant in the cradle was not asleep. It gazed at the empty ceiling with wide, vacant eyes like a plastic toy, crudely made and abandoned. It was a boy. Recalling his past, the boy would say that his childhood was made of factories, roads, murky rivers, and the earth muddied by rain. Spiders hung from oak branches like extinguished festival lights. An endless, savorless dream. He rarely thinks of his parents because he didn't have a father, he didn't have a mother. And so he didn't have a father. He was a bastard child, and his father had abandoned them as soon as the young mother got pregnant. He hated the guts of this man, whom he never met, although his mother mentioned nothing about him. The burden of feeding the family fell on his mother alone, and they did not see each other often. In order to make a living, 2 paths lay before him. In his teenage years, stay in school. He pawned off some valuables to continue his education. Life at school was difficult, and he often doubted himself because of it. But fortunately, after years of poring over books, he was able to obtain an engineering degree by a narrow margin. After that, he would become a scholar. He chose to become a scholar. However, his meek character and lack of any real talent in research meant that the more he wanted to finish his studies, the more hardships blocked his path. In the end, having achieved nothing after 8 whole years and ostracized by his peers in the laboratory, he was diagnosed with depression and finally decided to leave the university. It was the 11th of June. I wonder if that's, I don't know, maybe a little bit about me, a little bit, yeah. A tattered examination table. The leather edges are so worn that the filling is visible through the cracks. What about this cabinet? The cabinet is locked, but it is stocked with over-the-counter medications you recognize. Common drugs for cold, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. There are also bags of glucose IV solutions. Okay. Okay. The door lock seems to be broken. The sign next to the door reads 3F changing room. Just a turlet. Oh my god. Of course, the toilet I go to is just filled with, like, just somebody just absolutely blasted. Oh my god. I'm gonna puke. Okay. This is a shiny metal object in the bottom of the toilet bowl. Fish out the object. Yes, with reluctance. Heaving a sigh, you reach into the icy toilet water. I hope this is the last time in my life that I'll have to do something like this. You've acquired a fish hook. Okay. What is that? A stream of water drips down the urinal. The flush is probably broken. A small crowbar lies in it, probably left behind by the repair crew. Take the small crowbar? Yep. You've acquired the small crowbar. Bet I can't wash my hands, man. Yeah, wash my hands. Yay! Okay. Actually, thank you. A clean basin with a bar of soap placed atop. We will wash our hands. You wash your hands meticulously with the soap. It doesn't help much, but the anxiety from your mild germophobia is eased a bit after you've cleaned your hands of the grime and filth you just handled. I mean, I would do the same, honestly. Like, good thing there is a sink, so... Alright, go down here. In the claustrophobic room, there is only the buzz of ventilators and the odor of moldy fabric. This looks like the caretaker's dormitory. I thought the living condition is bad enough for patients, but the caretakers have it even worse. I wonder if any of this is protected under labor laws. On the desk lies a locked diary. There is a tiny keyhole on the side. It's similar to the one I have, so I should be able to... Never mind, I cannot use the key. Oh, speaking of... Oh, hold on. Save. Alright. I gotta find a key. Wait, can I look at the beds, actually, now that I think about it? The bunk beds look battered from use, with paint peeling off in many places, exposing the iron frame within. The joints creak with the slightest touch. But the sheets and covers on the beds are folded with meticulous care. Same over here? Yep. Okay. Good to know, good to know. The door lock seems to be broken. The sign next to the door reads Dormitory 3-2. This one's a little bit more lived in. An ordinary trash can. Dig through it. You know it! There is a caretaker recruitment poster inside, crumpled into a ball. The Cincinnatus Mental Asylum is recruiting caretakers from the general public due to a shortage of staff. Males between 20 and 55 preferred. Middle school education. Those with military service history have priority. Must be strong, attentive, and able to endure hardships. Must be capable of working night shifts. The asylum hosts a canteen and dormitory, food, housing, and training provided. 50 hours of work per week is to be expected. Salary is 20 ZB per hour. Overtime rate to be discussed in person. Interested parties, please contact this number. Wow. Yeesh. An undershirt left by a caretaker. Upon closer examination, a hidden pocket is sewn into its lining. Okay, so just not working. All right, so none of those items really work with it. On the desk sits a red thermos flask with a traditional floral print. It feels familiar to me, as if every household is supposed to have a flask like this. Judging by the print, perhaps it was manufactured in China or the Soviet Union. Okay, so it's just, yeah. What about the beds? Okay, same stuff. Bathroom. The crude public bath opens to you. The tiles are yellowish and the smell of piss and mold permeates the air. There aren't many stalls here. Aren't the people bothered having to expose themselves like that? Maybe it's just some sort of regional thing. And what is here? A scrap of paper lies on the stool. It seems to be a page torn off of a diary. Examine it? Yeah. Shit. I feel like the other caretakers are shutting me out. It's all that guy Edis's fault for talking nonsense, putting weird conspiracy theories into people's heads. And some people really believe in that crazy talk, like Dong Hyun, the young guy from Korea. He's only 20-something, too young to be losing his mind with the middle-aged folks. I heard he got so scared that he can't sleep at night and even hid a pair of scissors at the foot of his bed. Dong Hyun. So there's a pair of scissors at the foot of one of their beds. Hold on, I'm gonna readjust myself. Oh, gotta sit up a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that feels better. All right. What a bunch of clowns. If they have anything in them, they'd break the contract and never come back again. With how little we get paid, we should just work and slack off whenever we can. Who in their right mind gives a fuck about that busy work? Too much free time, that's what it is. I'm reporting them the next chance I get. Looks like it's hard to navigate workplace relationships, even as a caretaker. Yeah, so there's a pair of scissors hidden somewhere. Just as you're about to turn on the faucet, you see something sparkle from deep down the drain. If only I had something long that could be lowered into the drain to fish it out. To avoid washing this shiny object even deeper, I should not wash my hands here for now. Okay, so... is it here? Or, nope. Okay, so... Guess not there. Maybe over here. You can feel something hard and sharp in the corner of this mattress. Take the object from under the mattress. Yes. You acquired a pair of scissors. Hey, yo, let's go. Okay. Now we head over here. Take the shirt. Yes. And then item, scissors. Use the scissors to cut open the pocket. Yes. Finally got it open. There is an ID in the pocket which reads Edis Kaya, born in 1944. A bust portrait of a curly-haired woman seemingly to be pregnant. Neatly folded. 5,000 ZB in total. Perhaps freshly drawn from a bank in a long piece of string. Obviously, I cannot take the ID, the photo, or the money, but the string might come in handy. Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. I would pocket that money. Dude's probably dead. And take the ID so you can get to places. Okay, so now we got a item. So this is the item you want to combine it with. You tie the hook to the string. Now it's a hook with a string. All right, and then we can interact with the sink. Yep. Item, hook with string. You carefully lowered the hook with the string into the drain. Honestly, it's difficult. Quite a challenging maneuver. Finally, it's a diary key. You acquired the diary key. Let's go. Now we can go and... oh yeah, that's right. This one is the broken one. This one. Then use the key from the sewers. Ugh, don't say it like that. You open the diary. The entire diary is encrypted, written in text that I don't understand, as well as some strange formulas and symbols. But a note is attached to the final page, written in a scrawl. The handwriting is nearly illegible. The secret is hidden in the compartment between the examination room and the changing room. I covered up the entrance. Meet there at 8 o'clock today if you want to see it. Between examination room and changing room. Examination room, changing room. It says the secret is hidden in the crevice between the walls of the examination room and the changing room. The entrance is blocked by something. It said evidence from... Wait. Wait. The secret is hidden in the crevice between the walls. Examination room, changing room. Okay. Examination room and changing room. Okay. Hold on. Is it on this outer wall or is it... Okay. So I need to go in here. Move this chair? Yes. The gaps between the tiles are large here. It may be possible to peel them off with bare hands. Remove those tiles, revealing a hole just large enough for an adult to squeeze through? Yes. Oh, good. Because this isn't weird or gross at all. What in the world is this? A notebook with scattered pages. Open it? Yes. Most of the pages are ripped out, contents unclear. Only some pages remain in which the owner of the notebook discusses a novel, typed on the computer, that pays homage to The Garden of Forking Paths by George Louis Bourget. I come from immigrant parents, and have had a passion for literature since my youth. My mother died early and my father abused me. To get away from him, I stumbled my way into society at 12 years of age, doing any work I could find. Somehow I ended up with a gambling addiction and a hefty debt. That's why I came here, to work and pay my debt. I know using the records of the patients, or should I say the past records of Redacted, as inspirations for my novel isn't exactly moral, but rather than redacted, I only want the vile schemes of this asylum to be made public and the redacted be seen by all. I've placed my findings on Redacted between the third and fourth shower head in the showers. Passcode is in the branch of my novel based on my life. So, passcode is in the branch of my novel based on my life. It is well hidden out of caution. A tool is needed to pry open the tile there. I don't know what I'm about to face, only that I cannot turn back anymore. The notes end here. Okay, so the novel, we need to make it sound exactly like his life, and we get the combination. And there's something between the third and fourth shower head. Radio seems to be the source of the noise turned off. There is a bony lab rat in the cage. It appears to have died recently, the corpse showing no signs of decay. Upon closer inspection, there is an obvious stitch on its belly. Is this the secret mentioned in the journal? You open the cage to take a closer look at the rat. The stitching is sloppy, breaking off as soon as you touch the corpse. Carefully prying open the wound, you realize there's something strange about its insides. The other organs seem to be intact, but its liver, a great chunk of it, seems to be missing. And the gap is stuffed with a soft, shiny substance which fills the original shape. Ooh. So we need to go to the showers, and it's the third and fourth shower. No, this is a toilet. So the shower is down here. Hmm. Okay, there it goes. I was like, uh-oh. There's a passcode protected safe behind the bricks. And for the passcode should be the life story of Edith Kaya in the diary from the hidden compartment. If I know his life story, I can find the passcode. Okay, so... he... I think I can do it based off of memory. So it was a boy. He didn't have a mother. His mother died giving birth to him. Because of this, his father never showed kindness towards the child who killed his wife. As far as he could remember, his father had no reservation in bestowing him with punches. He swallowed his anger, waiting for the day he reached the legal working age to leave this place forever. In order to escape his father, two paths lay before him in his teenage years. Find work. He started looking for work without a second thought. He did all kinds of odd jobs, from loading cargo at the dock to woodwork and plumbing. Because of his diligence and his reserved demeanor, his reputation grew quickly. After that, he would start to gamble. After making some money, he wanted to live a quiet life. Everything changed after he was brought to a casino. He became addicted to the nerve-wracking excitement of the games. He lost all his savings from work and became a few hundreds of thousands in debt. One day he finally woke up to his errors and decided to return to doing odd jobs to pay off his debt. It was the 17th of December, so 12/17 or 17/12. 12/17 or 17/12. I think it's 12/17. Ah, yay! There's a filthy paper bag in the safe. Bag is empty. Looks like I'm one step too late. Wait, what's this? You fish out a key from the corner of the safe, the words third floor office written on it. Perhaps this is the key to that strange room. You've acquired the key to the third floor office. Okay. So, third floor office, because this is a changing room. Door's locked. That did not work. Okay. Never mind. That one did not work. What about over here? Okay. Item, office key. Nope. Okay. Well, twist it open. Okay. So where is the third floor office? Or wait, is that it? Hold on. Okay, there it goes. Now it's changed. Okay. This is my apartment, my mother's apartment. But looking closely, it's a bit different from what I remember, based on the way that the furniture is arranged. This seems to be our home from 30 years ago. A radio that looks like it was made in the 50s. Old childhood photos of my mother and her family lined the cupboard. The faces are too blurry to be recognized. Mother never told me about her life before fleeing here. The grandfather clock is deaf and mute, as if made from stone. Time is not measured in minutes and seconds, but in months and years. Set the hands to... Oh! That's different. An old rag doll. Her innocent smile makes you slightly anxious. The words made in 1953 are etched on the tag on her neck. Pick it up? Yeah. I have a rag doll now. Or what? Okay, nothing in here. Oh, it's the kitchen. Nope. All right. Set it to December 1953. It's me. I am Baby Wade. Oh, you're still here. Maybe your mom won't be coming back. Sure, she came back yesterday and the day before. But who knows? She could always get into an accident today. Oh, that's not great. Your diaper is wet and you're so hungry. The young babysitter is only a child herself. Apart from basic biological needs, she won't understand that an infant also needs to be caressed and loved. Maybe you simply don't deserve those things. Oh boy, man. Ayo, ayo. Is it painful? Are you in misery? Do you want to shriek, to cry? No one will hear you. No one will answer you. Except for me. I'm your only friend. Look at her with confusion. What your mom needs is a child like me. One that would never cause her so much trouble. Do you want to go back? Remember when you were floating in the fluids of your mother's womb, without a care in the world? Is this the life you pictured then? It doesn't matter. There's no way out now. For many, many moments to come, you will recall the feeble weariness you felt when this idea first crossed your mind. Now, with the feeble weariness, you wait on. Damn. Oof. Man, this is heavy. Go to March 1954. Or is this 1954? So October 1955. Or not. We're just not gonna go to any other times, I guess. Oh, this is different. A cow figurine clumsily carved out of wood. It's crudely made, most likely by an amateur. Squiggly numbers are etched into the belly. 1955-10, 1955-10. Pick it up. Yes. You acquired the cow figurine. Okay. So I think you have to like get items in order to go back. I'm a cow. I guess a bull, technically. Wait, can you talk to the other cows? Paper factory, wiring factory, furniture factory. Maybe our children have names somewhere far away, with meadows, orange trees, with faces similar and distinct. Here, we greet one another by the number behind our ears. Oh my gosh, all these numbers. Hello, hello. Shoe factory, molding factory, electronics factory. Is there one down here? I didn't see. Not. fully paying attention. No, there is not. I did not realize I could talk to these cows. Have you seen them? The sprawling houses of stone. They feed us and feed on us. Our milk and our blood flow through drainage pipes to be swallowed by the river, as if the factories weep for us also. Hardware factory, printing factory, electric appliances factory. Factories decay faster than the people, but slowest of all are the cattle, timeless and immortal, pregnant with everlasting meat and everlasting death, just like that certain mother. Motor factory, toy factory, plastic factory. Holding in her hand death's gates, she too shall be infected with death. Soon she cannot tell the bones of cows from the bones of men. A prison of meat, a maze of time. Garment factory, knitting factory, meat processing factory. Shadows spread from beneath your feet and overlap onto hers. She says that she loves you as she'd love a human child. Bidding you farewell, she gives you the name of her son. To you, this name means everything and nothing at all. Wow. Oh, yikes. A meat cleaver. The knife doesn't seem old, but it's starting to rust. The carving on the handle reads 1954. Pick it up. Yes. Then we go to 1954. Oh. Remove hips, sever shanks, cut rump, part femurs, cleave joints, discard eyes, remove hips, sever shanks, cut rump, part femurs, cleave joints, discard eyes, remove hips, sever shanks, cut rump, part femurs, cleave joints, discard eyes. Okay. One last time, remember the order. Trying to get that off the screen. That's kind of disturbing and upsetting. I'm sorry about that. It begins. Oh my god. Remove hips. Sever shanks. Cut rump. Part femurs. Cleave joints. Discard eyes. Oh my gosh. Remove hips. Sever shank. Or wait. Sever shanks. Cut rump. Part femur. Cleave joints. Discard eyes. Remove hips. Sever shanks. Cut rump. Part femur. Cleave joints. Discard eyes. Yikes! Yikaroonies! I'm sorry for that disturbing imagery. I mean, there was a thing at the beginning. I literally didn't know that there was going to be like a cow's head, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so then we need to find another thing. It might be in the bathroom. Yep. A new bar of soap looks like it was bought not long ago, giving off a faint jasmine scent. The year is 1956. Alright. I'm a baby boy. Mommy, are you in there? Mommy, I can hear the water running. What happened? Mommy, it's so late. Are you not coming back to bed? I'm scared to sleep all by myself. Mommy, what are you doing in the middle of the night in the bathroom? Can I come in? Mommy? I love you, Mommy. Can I come in? Mommy, I don't want to be alone. It's so late and you've been in the bathroom for an hour already. Mommy, you're making me scared. I can't fall asleep in bed all by myself. Mommy, I'm really gonna come in. Can I? Mommy, I'm coming in now. Mommy? Oh. Oh. Blood on my hands. I can't wash them off. Cow's blood. The stench of their meat. No matter how much I wash and wash, and wash and wash and wash and wash and wash and wash, I can't get rid of them. Oh boy. A medicine bottle. Inside is a large white pill. The label records a date of May 1952. Pick it up. May of 1952. Is there really nothing you can do, doctor? I'm afraid it's too late at this stage. I'm only 22. I've seen much younger. Alright, thanks. Have a good night. Sleep well. Seen much younger. But I'll be expelled by the School of Dance for this. I'm a foreigner. Do you know what kind of position that'll put me in? Then you should have kept your... Oh no. Okay. Alright. Wow. Bro. Ooh. I'll prescribe some pills for you, but they might not be effective, as the fetus is almost 3 months old. Yeah, no, it is way too late, girl. You didn't know? You had no idea until now? I mean, I guess, but like, you didn't have like morning sickness to a point where like in the earlier stages? Dang, girl, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess. Is there no other way to abort it? That's against the law. And don't even think about trying anything stupid. It'll land you in jail. I understand. Thank you. Ooh. Oh yeah, this one's a little heavy. Oh. Some slightly kind of a little not great. A little. I mean, I'm enjoying how this game is telling a story so far, but it is kind of like, oh gosh, no. I guess I can't go. Oh. A bloodied bandage. Pick it up. Okay. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Grandfather clock. I don't know what that was. I did not get a clear look at what that was. And now, I think a couple of people have been crystallified. The air is filled with tiny glittering particles. Other than that, it looks like everything is back to normal. The clamshell textured statues loom in the center of the room, pillar-like and unmoving. Air from the vent passes through the small holes in their bodies with a low hum, almost like whimpers coming from within. Is that an illusion? Was that like a hallucination? You feel like you just woke up from a long dream. In the vast ocean of memories, you are a ship that cannot dock. Your mind is muddled and your vision still blurry. Everything is still faded in color. This seems to be the key that Dr. Alba described. Pick it up. You acquired the key to the balcony. Woof. All right. So the key to the balcony. I guess going up. Oh. Here we are. Yes. Door is unlocked. Oh. Hold on. I'm coming. Hello? Who is it? Sorry, what were you saying? I've got bad reception here. You mean her? Surgery. The lobotomy. Oh. Failed. Oh man. Oh, his mom got a lobotomy. It failed. Copy that. If possible, please wait in a place where you can be easily spotted, such as the ground floor lobby. Please refrain from exiting the building. A rescue team is estimated to arrive at dawn. Over. Copy that. Over. Dang. Man, this is rough. I feel bad for this guy. This should do it. Now it's time to report back to Dr. Alba. Dr. Alba is dead. I don't know if you can report back to... if he's still alive. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, what do you mean report back to him? I thought he was straight up just... he just passed out. That was a done deal. Well, we'll see. If he's back up and running. He's... Where did he go? What do you mean? Dr. Alba was just here. But now, other than the dried blood here marking that he was wounded, he seems to have vanished into thin air. His elevator authorization card is left behind. Pick it up. You know it. I've acquired the authorization card. Alright. No response. In the dim light, the card reader on the side reminds you that you do not have the authorization to use... Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Literally forgot. There. Okay, I had to do it like literally in the center of the elevator. Okay. Row of buttons. I want to go to the second floor. I want to explore more of this game. I don't want to just immediately go down to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. The elevator. Is it malfunctioning? Oh no. Watch me be in another dreamscape. Oh look, I was right. Oh my god. I just imagine like you're in your room and you just don't want to be disturbed and you just make your door disappear. It's like, hey, are you in there? I guess I'll never know. All right. All right. Well, okay. Mom? Oh. Oh! Well. For the longest of times you sit with yourself. For the longest of times in the pouring rain and the white night, only your shadow rises in your place. Though the white wall, it walks into the mountains. Footprints cover footprints, scars overlap scars. Someday, all of the salt shall be returned to sea, and tears will never again be taken by the eye. When did I pass out in this inky darkness? I don't know, and I no longer care. I remember now. Mom died of organ failure while in her vegetative state not long after. I'm the only one left now, after all. Seems to be the light switch. Press it. Oh! Well. There seems to be a shiny object on the floor. Oh, it's a severed finger, adorned with a wedding ring. Okay. Well. Alright, time to keep going. I will browse the computer. Plastinated models turning foul. While we were plastinating the recent influx of donated brains, staff members of the museum made mistakes during the dehydration and defat process, resulting in rotting and foul smells. Therefore, the plastinated models cannot be used for medical analysis. We will punish the related staff members for this incident. Xiao Cheng Li. Best Employee of the Month rigged. Why did that assistant, Xiao Cheng Li, get awarded Best Employee again this month? I have a hard job managing the medical museum as well. A group of barely grown students were on me. They were shining flashlights on the exhibition pieces. I didn't know what they were up to, so I denied them access to the museum. It turns out they later snuck into my office, hacked my PC, and graffitied my private password on the wall by the elevator. Bunch of hooligans. It took a lot of water-soluble paint to barely cover it. Don't tell anyone else, but my guess is that Xiao Cheng Li has been sleeping around with the higher-ups. Why else does she get all the advantages? Okay. You know, it's not anything having to do with her merit as a person, as an employee. It's not because she just, like, does her job better than you do or anything. None of that. You know? None of that. No access. Oh. There's Henry Wheeler. We've already seen him. Oh. Okay, we don't know any of those, so... A printer, a relatively new model, but no matter what button you press, it utters no response. Okay. So water-soluble paint. Oh, somebody didn't friggin' flush the piss. Toilet seems clogged, but evidently that wasn't enough to discourage people from using it. The bowl is filled with the brim with dark yellow urine smelling strongly of ammonia. Oh! Nasty. Yes. Wait, no. Wait. What was... Was that an intrusive thought? Logic tells me that if I press the flush button, what happens after will make me regret it for the rest of my life. I should just close the lid. Out of sight, out of mind. Close the lid to the toilet. No. Clean basin with a bar of soap placed atop. Wash your hands here. Not yet, because I have a feeling something's gonna happen with that. I'm gonna go the other way this time, because I don't want to randomly somehow trigger being saved or rescued. Lock on the door. Okay. According to the layout of the buildings, both the east and west wing should be patient rooms. Okay. Wait, what wing was this one? Because I brain farted. So that's the west wing. Okay, so the west and east wing. This would be the east wing. Okay. So I'll just continue west. The wall seems to be messily covered with paint. That's the water-soluble paint. Door is locked. Welcome back, Water. We are playing, oh boy, what is the name of this game? I think it's Narrenschiff? Is that what it is? Hold on. Yeah, Narrenschiff. Has been very interesting, very psychological, very interessant. And honestly, so far it's been really cool. I really like how the story is being told, and I like how everything looks, honestly. It seems that the asylum also hosts the Cincinnatus Museum of Psychiatric History. The exhibition was housed in a museum in the city center during the 70s, open to the public, but the curation could not keep the downtown museum afloat, which is why everything was relocated to this asylum. Presently, the exhibition is only available to staff, medical students, and researchers. Okay. Makes sense. Lacinated brain of a depressive patient. The donor has the initials JL and comes from the town of Kodum. Donation was made in 1964. Doesn't look any different from a normal brain to me. Lacinated brain of a schizophrenic patient. The donor has the initials TW and comes from the town of Tiru. Donation was made in 1971. Doesn't look any different from a normal brain. Lacinated brain of a bipolar patient. The donor has the initials GB and comes from the town of Misla. Donation was made in 1974. It doesn't look any different. A stack of blank paper. Take a sheet. Yeah, why not? You've acquired a sheet of blank paper. There is a visitor register. It keeps record of the name, workplace, and visiting date of each visitor to the museum. Most of them are students, none that I'm familiar with. Over here. There is a dry towel in the flower pot. Pick it up. Yep. Oh, I know what to do with that towel. Time to go to the bathroom. Oh, wait. No. Use dry towel. Yes. All right. And then use the towel. Yes, to wipe away the paint. Fine. 1, 2, 3. For somebody's password. Not sure whose password, but somebody's. All right. So this has to be a male student. I have a feeling it's a male student because they are literally saying that this woman is only getting her way because she's sleeping with people. And if that's woman on woman violence of somebody like trying to be like, you know, yeah. Also, go with like Henry. What if he'd probably eat it? Hold on. Okay, that did not work. All right. Let's go with Ivan. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so it wasn't Ivan. Ah, shit. Back. What about Nadia? Did Nadia do it? Nadia! Women hating women. Don't be doing that. The personnel records. Not really anything of use. Then profile picture. Oh, please initiate fingerprint identification. Fingerprint identification. I didn't expect security to be this tight. Where do I find Miss Kozla printer? Abort. Her fingerprint. Yeah, like where would I fucking find her fingerprint? Items. I got blank paper. Where would I find her fingerprints? Both those doors are locked. I'm not going upstairs right now. If she's the one running the museum, entrance gate is shut tight. An inconspicuous camera is mounted on top of it. I remember my workplace used something similar. It was supposed to recognize faces, but the technology was so primitive that you could pass the scan with a photograph. So that's how we get that, but we need to get her fingerprints. But where would we get fingerprints? Because that's... Is this her finger? Ain't no fucking way. There's no way. It feels cold and rigid. I've never touched a human corpse before, let alone a part of one. Ugh. You swallow your nausea and pick up the severed finger. Yep, we gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. Alright, let's go. Also, who be setting their password to 1234? That is definitely on her. Profile picture, print. Use fingerprint from severed finger. Printer is ready for use. Please insert blank paper. Finger really belongs to Mrs. Kozlov. Don't know where she is now, or if she's still alive. So then, according to the instructions, oh, okay, so item blank paper. Yes. You've acquired a printed photo of Nadia Kozlov. Okay. And now we're gonna break in. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, hold on. Yep. Oh, yep. Theoretically, the door should open if I put the printed photo of Nadia Kozlov under the scanner. Yes, I'll put it there. The door to the Museum of Psychiatric History is unlocked. Anna Otham retrospective. This doesn't seem to be the Museum of Psychiatric History. The hallucinations of me and my mother's past are reappearing. The odd thing is, even though I should want to recall everything about my mother, but for some reason somewhere in my subconsciousness, I fear as though I will know too much. Let's see. Anna Othman, a retrospective. This exhibition documents the tumultuous life and death of contemporary dance artist Anna Othman. That's her name. Anna Othman was born into a strict and wealthy family in West Asia. She fled from home at age 16 to a small country in Eastern Europe, studying modern dance under the secret patronage of her uncle. Othman was forced to give up her studies in light of an accidental pregnancy after she was groomed by a professor. Oh my god. Ah, this sucks. It was also then that the death of her uncle left her with no financial support. For the next 6 years, Othman worked in local meat processing plant until she was institutionalized in a psychiatric facility due to her mental illness. From there, her condition steadily deteriorated and she spent the remainder of her life in a small ward. This retrospective exhibition displays a collection of 7 art pieces relevant to her tragic fate. Please remember to read the label next to each artwork for a detailed description. Man. Oh, so this is... okay, it's just gonna go over the same thing. Alright. The Ghost of My Past and I, 1932 to 1947. A collection of family photographs from the childhood and adolescence of Anna Othman. Artistic alterations are made so as to ensure anonymity. The viewer is encouraged to interact with the photographs and interpret their meaning through tactile sensation. Touch the photo. The cutout parts of the photograph are replaced with what seems like concrete, rocks, and yarn. Touch the photograph. Cutout parts of the photograph are replaced with what feels like linen. The cutout parts of the photograph are replaced with what feels like rusted metal. Cutout parts of the photograph are replaced with what seems to be like tree bark. Cutout parts of the photograph are replaced with what seems like dried grass. Wow. This is so interesting. This is really cool, I think. Dancer, 1948 to 1951. An installation consisting of a mountain of used pointe shoes, numbering in the thousands, as well as photography and filmography by Anna Othman during her days at the School of Dance. There is a rotoscoped videotape inside, labeled 1950-728. Play the videotape? Yes. Oh, so this was her dancing, huh? Man. Oh. Mother, 1952. An interactive installation that consists of a hollow marble statue in the form of a pregnant mother and a microphone at one's chest level. A microphone at the level of your chest. Press your chest to the microphone. Wow. That's pretty cool, honestly. The Waning of Childhood, 1954. An interactive installation piece composed of a large monochrome photo, black gauze, and black ink. Viewer is encouraged to interact with this exhibition. Remove the black gauze over the photograph using your hands. Hmm. Oh, like a comparison. The Things We Are Unwilling to Mention, 1958. It seems that something was removed from here. The Absence, 1986. An installation piece composed of old clothing and multiple mirrors. It evokes how, after the death of Anna Othman, the absence of her body continues to linger in her possessions like a ghost. In the mirror, you are wearing your mother's dress, your face obscured. Your mother's old clothes are heaped on the floor. The hollow in the midst has the shape of a... Wow. A Seated Casket, 1986. An installation composed of a worn wooden chair and an acoustic sensor device. Near her death, Anna Othman spent most of her time seated on this chair. Upon approaching the chair, the sound it emits is a reflection of her inner landscape. So she's just constantly here. Lobotomy. Man. Man. The hallucinations seem to have ended. This should be the real Museum of Psychiatric History. Can't make sense of everything I just saw. I have a feeling that these hallucinations are trying to tell me something I don't understand, and in some ways am too afraid to understand. Welcome to the Cincinnatus Museum of Psychiatric History. This exhibition documents the progress of psychiatry from classic antiquity to modern times. Like all fields of medicine, psychiatry is domain constantly evolving from barbarianism to civilization, a process that can be observed through the dozens of artifacts in this exhibition. What in the world is this? Did you know, Wade, that in the medieval times people like us weren't locked away behind walls? They were driven onto a ship, doomed to wander eternally, from city to city, from waters to waters. Those vessels were called the Narrenschiff, the ship of fools. Don't you find a life like that enticing? As you lay your eyes on the statue, a hazy visage of a young man springs from the depth of your mind. Who is he? You feel as though he was someone deeply important to you. Someone you met here, right here, in this vast, mysterious, fog-shrouded asylum. Maybe he's the young man from room 302. A thought quietly settles itself in your mind. There are things that, should you fail to recall before you leave this place behind, will be irrevocably lost for the rest of your life. Ship of Fools, Dutch, tempera on wood, from Hieronymus Bosch, from around maybe 1450 to 1516. Ship of Fools, woodcut, Albrecht Dürer, Narrenschiff. Metallic restraints, 17th through 18th centuries. designed to subdue patients with aggressive behavior by means of mechanical restraint. Also deployed on prisoners with certain offenses. The whirling chair, late 18th century. One of the many devices developed to calm overexcited patients through physical exhaustion. Leather restraints, early 19th century. Device that restrains patients in mania. Moral treatment, early 18th century. A Quaker family proposed and established the first asylum in Yorkshire, England. The Tuke family was convinced that peace can be bestowed upon a troubled psyche through what was named moral treatment, proximity to nature, regularity of routine, and an environment of tranquility and kindness. The York Retreat was built to house 30 patients. It boasted extraordinary results since the opening in 1796. Many patients in the early stages of illness were discharged after significant improvement and even complete recovery. William Tuke. A worn notebook lies on the ground. It looks like it has been here for a long time, probably due to the museum's lack of proper maintenance. Flip through it? Yep. The first half is ordinary study notes, nothing special about it. The last few pages were evidently used to pass notes to a deskmate. Sloppy writing. Ever heard of the rumors about the Cincinnati Psychiatric Museum? Nope. What rumors? This museum didn't shut down because of funding problems. The stuff here that used to be on display in the city center like a decade ago all came from a private collection. Apparently it belonged to this one weird old lady. What's so special about her? She was really tall and always wore expensive pinstripe suits. She was a recluse too, never attended any big events or anything. I heard she used to be a combat medic back in World War II. Used to preserve dead soldiers' bodies before they got shipped around. Seems she liked the job so much that she kept a bunch of preserved animals in her house, even after she retired. What a psycho. So she just abandons the house and the museum one day and vanishes into thin air. When people came in to clear out her house, they didn't just find animal corpses. Turns out she also kept loose human body parts in her basement. Holy shit. And then they autopsied the bodies and saw that they'd all been tied up and abused and stuff. She kept a bunch of severed limbs on display, but all their valuable organs were missing, and all the valuable organs were gone. The police thought they were sold on the black market or something. The really disturbing thing is that all the teeth had been removed from the bodies, and no one can find them. That's fucking terrifying. There's more. People later found that certain collections here display strange markings under UV light. Also, there's just the fact that everything here smells like rot. There are people that say that it's just because all of the animal specimens here were processed poorly. But others think that it's because that psycho kept all those missing teeth right here in the exhibition. A story like that, I'm not surprised the museum isn't open to the public anymore. How much of that story do you reckon is true? Who knows? I got my hands on a UV flashlight. I say let's figure it out ourselves. The notes end here. I remember that there was a lot of news covering psychopaths back then. It's hardly surprising that people started coming up with urban legends like these. We gotta find that flashlight. Frankly, the stuff exhibited here go right over my head. I'm no medical professional. I can't possibly understand all this. Right, I'm just looking at things that pique my interest. Oh, this is the, is this the prison that's like the, oh, what do they call it? Oh, the Narrenschiff Fool's Tower in 1787, constructed under Emperor Joseph II of the Holy Roman Empire. It is situated alongside the Vienna General Hospital, the oldest modern hospital in Europe. Is that the one that's like, oh where like all of the prisoners can't see if they're being watched, but all of the guards can see all of the prisoners. It's something like that, I think. Waxwork of unnamed patient, 19th century. The waxwork figure of a middle-aged woman acquired from the Zembla National Institution. Her facial features are reminiscent of those found in Down syndrome patients. Okay, so you can't like see what she looks like. Medical instruments, early 20th century. Syringes and surgical scissors from the Narrenschiff in Vienna. Georgia State Sanitarium, 1937. The largest state mental hospital in the United States of America, located in Milledgeville. At its peak in 1950, it housed over 10,000 patients. The asylum movement, 1820s. The asylum movement gained traction in the 1820s. Over the next 70 years, hundreds of asylums were constructed across Europe and America for the accommodation of destitute lunatics. The material condition of the asylums were significantly better than that of most patients' own residence, since the principles of moral treatment dictated that asylums to be expansive and spacious, far away from the bustle of urban centers. They were often located in high and windy ground due to the contemporary theory of mists and miasmas being the cause of disease. These items of entertainment, earliest 20th century. Under the moral treatment, patients in the retreat were even permitted entertainment such as chess and cards. The non-restraint movement in the 19th century. The start of the asylum movement coincided with a trend towards human rights in England and America. It was emphasized, especially in England, that patients are to be treated with as little physical restriction as possible. The physician superintendent at Hanwell Asylum, John Connolly, became a leading proponent of managing patients without straitjackets or chains. He was insistent on the value of calm and well-trained staff and preferred isolation as a method to tranquilize patients. The birth of psychiatry, mid to late 19th century. The collection of states that came to make up modern Germany were rivals of each other and characterized by local centers of government with prestigious universities and institutions. There were several culturally and linguistically linked but independent centers of innovation: Munich, Berlin, Vienna, and Zurich. From these came the great founding fathers of modern psychiatry: Riesinger, Morel, Alzheimer, Kraepelin, Bleuler, Freud, and Jung, or maybe Jung. Electroconvulsive therapy, 1938. Electroconvulsive therapy, often shortened to ECT, is a psychiatric treatment in which a seizure is electrically induced in order to stimulate the brain. It is performed as treatment for major depressive disorder, bipolar disorder, and catatonia, usually when medication and talk therapy prove ineffective. ECT can be administered bilaterally or unilaterally, while the bilateral method is further categorized as bitemporal and bifrontal. In bitemporal placement, the current is directed towards both temporal lobes and the electrodes placed on both temples. In unilateral placement, the electrode is most commonly placed only on the right temple. Wait, what? Oh yeah, this is, what is this? Is this thing? Electroconvulsive therapy. That was electroconvulsive therapy. Yeah, no, these are all real things. It's crazy, like, what we kind of had to go through to be able to understand how to treat people with, you know, different illnesses better. Lobotomy, 1930s. A form of neurosurgical treatment which severs connective tissues in the brain's prefrontal cortex. It was most widely performed from the 1930s to the 50s as treatment for psychiatric disorders and was the first type of psychosurgery in history. This procedure was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine in 1949 and still practiced by certain medical institutions in this country. You suddenly feel your heart tighten. Yeah, it wasn't... This game takes place, I think, in like... Gosh, like the mid-80s or something, I think. Yeah, no. I can't remember if by this time it would have not been a thing. But some places still like practiced it. It was not great. Instruments of lobotomy, 1935. The main surgical instruments used to perform a lobotomy consist of an ice pick and a small hammer. The pick is used during operation to penetrate the brain through the upper eye socket, fracturing corresponding nerves. It seems to be an anatomical diagram on the procedure of lobotomy. The psychopharmacology revolution. The development of modern psychiatric drugs is in acceleration. In the present era, there is a range of drugs covering most recognized mental disorders. Of course, there is no miracle pill that can cure all patients with a specific disorder, but with careful deliberation, drug treatment can improve the condition of most mentally ill patients. Chlorpromazine, I think is how you say that, 1952. The discovery of antipsychotic medication. Imipramine, I think, 1958. The discovery of antidepressant medication. And lithium carbonate, the discovery of anti-manic medication, 1968. Okay, so I think that's just describing that picture. The human nervous system, 1966. A complete specimen of the human nervous system, donated by an anonymous woman from Norway. It's crazy. If you ever like see like a real like nervous system, it is insane. Well, okay. You know, I get it, haha, because we're in psychiatry. I mean, it is astounding, is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Cross-section of the brain, 1972. A cross-section of a brain with Alzheimer's disease, donated by JW from Poland. Cross-section of the brain in 1981. A cross-section of a brain with autism, donated by KL from Hungary. And cross-section of the brain in 1975. Cross-section of the brain with dissociative amnesia, donated by FF from Belgium. The future of psychiatry, neuroscience, the future. Our understanding of the functioning of the brain will continue to advance, driven by increasingly potent tools in modeling and measuring the activities of the brain. Neuroscience will emerge as the next important field of biomedical research. Is a Skellyman? This seems to be where unexhibited human specimens are stored. Pungent smell of formalin is rich in the confined space. I don't want to spend any more time in here than necessary. There is an unzipped leather bag on the floor. Someone seems to have left it here in a hurry. Investigate it? Yep. There's some pens, notebooks, and elementary medical textbooks. It must have belonged to a student. Wait, what's this? You found the UV flashlight? Let's go. Found it. Wrinkly, faded human bits and medical instruments litter the table. You feel a shiver crawl up your spine and refuse to look too closely. Okay, to use the UV flashlight, press Z to interact with the exhibits directly. Okay. Upon closer inspection, however, you see signs of corrosion from chemical substances. With the appropriate tool, the lock should give way. What about... Okay, never mind, I don't have that anymore. I thought I had my mini, crowbar still. Yo, what is this? Something seems to be hidden here. 1-1 is marked in the corner. Perhaps there is only one part to this puzzle. The Roman numeral 4 is engraved next to it. Is it a hint to the 4th number? The writing on it reads Mere Neuron. Mere Neuron. I had to look up the answer. Not proud of it, but it is what it is. Swallowing your unease, you carefully remove its contents. False alarm, you only find a lockpick and a pouch of marijuana. So this urban legend turns out to be nothing more than codes and riddles left behind by thieves and drug dealers from more than a decade ago. The lockpick might come in handy though. I should keep it. Looking at the marijuana, you can't help but recall your own teenage years. What was the last time you smoked this stuff, ever since the ban from more than a decade ago? I don't know if the contents are still usable. Investigate further? I no longer do weed. You know what, sure. You feel something hard hidden inside the pouch. Oh. It's human teeth! You drop the pouch in your hands with an uncontrollable shiver. Great. Alright. Great. Good. You picked open the lock on this door. Oh! Upon entering the room, you feel the temperature plummet. It's much colder here, and crossing the threshold felt like you were setting foot into a silent, abandoned cemetery. The white statues remind you of tombstones. There is a faint smell of chemicals and rust lingering in the air. A key lies on the ground. It seems to have fallen from the pocket of the corpse. Its label reads, the 2nd floor east wing. Pick it up? Yep. You've acquired the key to the 2nd floor east wing. The clock is already damaged beyond repair, and yet something on the clock's face caught your eye. Investigate it? Yes. The hands of the clock are intact. Their surface is coated with a metallic yet soft and silk-like substance. Speaking of clock hands, I just remembered that the clock in my room hasn't got any hands. Someone deliberately removed them. There must be a reason for that. Yep. They're mine now. Seems to be an audio recording made for this room some time ago. Incredible. They latch on to common household objects, secretion, including hallucination through inducing inhalation through hail. Wow, inhalation through hail? Dude. It is apparently too late for me, is what that is. Cause, wow, woo. Ah, fuck, my fucking finger! But those that to a timepiece appear to understand the concept of a timepiece, as if time is a language mutually shared. Apart from imitating organic structures from Earth, they also seem to consciously attempt to replicate and communicate to the infested events that took place within limited range of the timepiece. The audio recording ends here. What were they talking about? That something that latches onto timepieces can recreate events that happened in the room? Man. Ugh. The gnarly, thin stone columns look almost as if they were spattered with human flesh as they rose directly out of the corpses. Only now, looking closely, do you realize that the texture of these columns is eerily similar to that of calcareous bones? Could it possibly mean all those statues are but why? With an awful churning in your stomach, you temporarily lose your capacity for logic. Oh no, I'm losing it. I'm losing it for real, too. There's so much that I need to understand. The vivid recurring hallucinations, the calcified corpses, the things Dr. Alba said before he disappeared, the lab rat between the walls, and the vile schemes that caretaker's journal claimed this institution was perpetuating, not to mention that mysterious young man from room 302. Other than my amnesia, I seem to be doing just fine. How did I end up here in the first place? The rescue team is arriving at dawn, so I still got a few hours to kill. If what that recorder said was true, then all I have to do is go back to that room and install these clock hands. That could give me the answers I'm searching for. True. So let's do some second floor. Peeking from the window, everything's dark, but this must be the staff canteen. I don't plan to explore it. There shouldn't be anything of importance. You don't know that. Maybe you're hungry. East wing. All right. Door is locked. 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 Okay. Is the corridor normally this long? Oh no, I'm losing it again. Something feels off. You're telling me. Is anybody here? Finally. Oh, is this the funeral? Yep. Man. There was no funeral when my mother died. Her death didn't really sink in until after I saw her portrait in front of me. Photograph appeared out of nowhere, as if it had been taken to serve this exact purpose, foreshadowing what was about to happen. And now it has replaced my mother, freezing her fading face into that of a calm, nameless woman who evokes a slight familiarity. She never gazed at me this long. Maybe it's this room. I have only seen such a gaze in ancient statues, looking through my flesh, aiming at the things I cannot see. It was then I realized that she now belonged forever to the museums and tombs, to the kingdom of the deceased. Maybe this one? Start all over again, huh? Oh my gosh. For the first time since her death, the whispers in my head stopped. All night, all images were silent. In the darkness, I could hear no words but the heavy heartbeats of the dead. I hung a mirror next to the portrait. When I could no longer gaze at my mother, I would gaze at myself instead. I thought, the living are the abyss, the dead the sun. The former dangerously draws all eyes to it, and the latter makes it difficult to look long. Only they can gaze at the audience, transcendently, with no guilt. But all I can do is just simply look away. You're in pain, aren't you? I know. You remembered, and you will again live forever in your guilt. If you hadn't signed the form and consented to the operation, your mother might still be alive in this world. No, you don't understand. You never will. For a long time, the medication slowly stopped working. She was worse than anyone could possibly imagine. She needed this. Did she need this, Wade, or did you? Who are you? This voice in my head. You were there from the start. From the very start, you followed my every step and you wouldn't shut up. Are you? Ghost of my deceased mother? A low laugh. No, Wade, I am not Anna. I'm... a friend. You'll be needing me, Wade. I will never leave your side until the very end. This is a gaping hole in the ceiling of the room and a sturdy-looking ladder directly below it. I need to hurry back to my room to do what I wanted to do. Huh. Okay, so I am on the 3rd floor. Put the hands on the clock. Yep. The clock hands are rewinding rapidly. That's Act 1 done. I'm so tired. Things were hectic today. Right, so this is my first time in the section chief's office. He wanted me to copy some data files. This must be the computer. Insert authorization card. Odd. I can't find the files that he wanted anywhere. Could it be this one? What is this? The text above is smudged due to poor preservation. And you believe that your twins were not conceived naturally? Yes, please believe me. In 1959, I went to that lake in my hometown, the one that was forbidden from entry. I was 3 weeks pregnant then, but I was so young. I didn't know any better. I thought the folklores and legends were just old wives' tales. Don't you agree? Accursed lovers turned into stone in each other's embrace. Jesus Christ returning from the grave with eternal life. Bird beasts of Slavic myths bring tempest to the waters. I didn't believe in any of it. Isn't science the one and only answer in this world? They could send people to space now, out into the space. But when I walked into the lake, that was when I knew there are still things in our world that science can't possibly explain. Can you describe in detail what happened? I just wanted to take a bath. I felt hot, the woods were pitch black, but for some reason, for all the times I walked in that grove, for all those critters and animals I've grown familiar with, there was only dead silence within 20 meters from the lake. There wasn't even the rustle of the leaves from the wind. I didn't think too much of it. I took off my socks and shoes and stepped into the water, but it felt nothing like water. It was some sort of dense and silky substance, and in a flash the dark surface of the lake became like mercury. It was like a mirror reflecting the entire night sky, and if you aren't stepping into the lake, but into the sky itself. And then, the most horrifying thing, a glimmering light suddenly sprung from the lake just a few meters away. Its figure flickered. You have to believe my eyes. As she approached me, I saw the Virgin Mary holding a candle, but before that, she was shifting, almost like there were some I don't know of, but I think they might all be some kind of deities. She spoke first in Polish or something like it. I couldn't understand, and then she started speaking a language I know, but there was something off about her tone, almost like a foreigner. No, like someone imitating speech who is utterly ignorant of the concept of language. What did she say? Your Virgin Mary. She said that she needs me to bear her children, but her manner of speech was strange, and her expression was rigid, and even the texture of her skin was unlike human flesh. Sometimes she almost seemed like a machine, a puppet. Half of her face would suddenly contort itself, while the other half remained perfectly natural. Most importantly, I felt as if her perspective was wrong. As she approached me, her head appeared frighteningly large, so much so that I could only see a single facet of the sphere, and as if it was from a completely distorted plane, like I was looking at her through a warped gravity. I was so scared, I wanted to run away. And then, God, she seized me by my hand. She was so cold, and with a strange texture. It was like being touched by a desert, and then I had this almost out-of-body feeling. In a split second, I could see out of the back of my head and feel every bone in my body, and they were transforming, branching extra joints. The scenery around me became outlandish. I saw so many fragments of my own memory flash by, yet they were foreign. It was as if I were the spectator of myself. The heavens and the earth displaced one another, twisting and turning in fantastical ways. I saw human faces materializing on the surface of giant planets. I saw birds laying innumerable eggs engulfed in flames, like a whole sky of meteors. I was so afraid that I couldn't remember how I shouted yes to her. The visions all disappeared when Our Lady let go of my hand. How did you escape? I collapsed onto the ground, and the Virgin, she started to discolor. Her skin melted away like a paint. I could see the glow of her organs and her nervous system. Then, those also faded into the night and vanished. I ran back. Weeks later, I found out I was pregnant with twins. When they were born, well, you already know, their heads were connected, and the text below is smudged due to poor preservation. Ooh. What is this? Freaky. Was it some kind of science fiction? Wait, the authorization card. This isn't my authorization card? Now that I think about it, I found this card in the elevator this morning. Someone must have dropped it, picked it up thinking it was mine, and used it without checking. My own card is still in my pocket. Oh no, I saw things I shouldn't have. What was that, though? Guess somebody started passing company time by writing sci-fi. Good. I found what I needed to copy. Better get out before anybody sees me. Yikes. View extra contents. All right, let's go. Yo, what's up? Oh, this is cool. Hello, pleased to meet you. I'm the main character for Narrenschiff, Wade. This is my first time being a protagonist, playing out a very memorable part of my life. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not nervous, but I hope that you enjoyed the game. Although it is a full 2 hours of gameplay, the main story is only beginning. You might be confused by the plot so far, but I promise all of the foreshadowing will be reclaimed in the future. Some new characters will also appear in later chapters, some of whom are very dear to me. I look forward to meeting you soon. Or meeting you again soon, I should say. Hello, I'm Edgar, the creator of this game. I made everything except music and sound effects. This game was made after I self-taught RPG maker MZ for only a week and started on this big project after a practice piece. The total development time took about 6 months. Although a lot of people advise me not to attempt a long-term project as a beginner, but because of some things that happened, I feel that there are so many unexpected things that could happen in life. So I want to make a start on the things that I want to do when I can still create. If you have dreams of your own, put them into action as soon as you can. But for now, this game is purely funded by me working the commissions and the support from my partner. And because the story will involve LGBT content, it's probably impossible to find publishers in China. So if you like this game and can make a donation on ko-fi.com/edgar0119, I would be very grateful for the support. If you can't donate, adding my game to the Steam wishlist is also very helpful and would mean a lot to me. Just search for Narrenschiff on Steam. And I've had some very nice people who want to help me translate this game into other languages, but the localization is a lot of work and I will probably only start working on that when the game is completely finished. So I'm going to leave my contacts here. You can always find me at Instagram, Twitter, and Weibo. There's Heretic Ceramics, Twitter is Narrenschiff33, and Weibo, something I can't read. Do not hesitate to DM me anything, feedbacks, bug reports, etc. I will be so happy to know your opinion on this game. In the end, I would also like to thank the people who provided valuable technical support, Rake and Gongshu. Thank you for playing. Hope we meet again in the future. Hello, I'm Musui, the music and sound effect producer for this game, also a good friend of Edgar. My Weibo is Musui2, my personal website is musui.com. Hope that you can learn more about me through my work. I really love rock climbing, and I recommend everyone to give it a try. Walk to the right to end the game. And that was Narrenschiff. Honestly, I'm gonna go to Steam and wishlist this because I definitely want to play the finished product in the future. I think that the execution and the story are really interesting and genuinely, very well portrayed. I really like where it's going. The stuff about the mom, I totally get. All of it was just really good. I really liked how this game started, even though this is a 2-hour demo, basically kind of just a little taste of what you're gonna get and everything. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. The only thing that I would have to say is obviously that museum puzzle. Maybe I just didn't understand what I was doing really, or I'm just literally super bad at puzzles. But other than that, literally loved this game. So definitely check it out. I will be leaving links in the description for you to be able to check this out. I definitely think this is a project that should be supported. But, all right. Let's see.